Hello, welcome to Camaro Mods channel. Today we're going to be working on the Cadillac. We're not going to be working on the Camaro today, but there's a Camaro right there. But what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be changing the ignition switch. There's just for the fact that there's only one video that even addresses this problem here, and I think it's more like an afterthought, because he basically had it all done except for this bezel that goes around the radio here, and all he had to do is basically snap all that back in. He already had the switch in. This ignition switch right here is what we're going to change out with the new in here, and that's going to make it also look a little better. But I mean, it'll still start the car, but sometimes it when you shut it off, it lights up the accessory buttons and stuff like that, and it won't. I mean, it'll turn the car off, but all this will light up, and you got to hit it again to turn it off. And anyway, it's not working like it should, but we're gonna see about getting that done today. It might not be a Camaro, but just for the fact that people need to know, and I got to do the job anyways, and people need to know kind of how to do this, and so we just grab right here in the middle. Let me put the phone down here. Grab here in the middle. The plastic tabs. It all pops off here. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to start this thing and move the gear shift back, turn the radio on, and there, we got it. Okay, your ignition switch is right back here. Okay, then we can kill the car now. Just turn it back off. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. We'll turn that off right there. It might have been because I was in gear or something, I don't know. But it does that whenever you just turn it off when you're parked also, so that kind of gives you an idea what it's doing. But now you'll grab this right here and give this a pull. Go over here on this side and give it a pull. Okay. It's really pretty easy. Okay, we got all that pulled out. We're going to telescope this thing out. I'll turn the accessory back on. I guess it's all the way out. We'll tilt it down and turn the ignition back off. Let's see if we can pull this out now. Pull that off. Okay, what we're going to do now, we are going to go disconnect the battery before we go any further. This is all connected into the starter, the computer, and all that, and you sure don't want to short all that out. So when you're messing with electrical connectors, especially an ignition switch, probably a real good idea to disconnect the battery. You don't want to take a chance of shorting anything out in your computer, because that's going to cost you some money. What we'll do now, we'll pop the hood and we'll disconnect the battery. Disconnect the negative one. These are really cool terminals on here. You just spin them around and unhook and just lift it off. No tools required. So now we can carry on. Okay, we got the battery disconnected. Now we'll come in here and take off the switch here. Get over here. Looks like I may have to have a screwdriver. Push that down. This is probably the hard part right here. Just disconnecting this connector right here. It goes on the back of, right on the back of your switch here. Okay, we got that taken off. Now we'll see if I can't pull this whole unit out of here. Flip that up. Okay. I'll try not to break it. I got one more wire here. Unhook that. Okay, this switch right here is going to be held in. We're just going to kind of leave it like it is and just work on it from here. I hope you can, it's kind of dark in here. I hope you can see that. But if you look at this switch right here, it's got little tabs right here on both sides. What you want to do is stick your screwdriver in there and pull it back where you can pop this whole switch out. So we'll do that now. There, it popped out. Okay, here's the old switch. So when you get your other switch, just make sure you install it right side up. And all it does is pop in. That easy. Okay, and then we'll navigate this thing around back where it belongs. Hook all this back up. Okay, bend that down. Be real careful with this and not try to break it. Once you get past your blinker, you'll be fine. It's looking good so far. So now we have this back in there where it belongs, and we'll just plug all this back in. Actually, we may have to take it back off a little bit. Push this end in like we had it. Pull this back out a little bit more. Actually, I got a little bit too far ahead of myself here. Okay, now we'll plug this back in. Plug in the ignition switch. Okay, then plug in this little hose. Get this in behind there. I'm recording this July the 5th, so if you hear fireworks, that's what's going on. Okay, we'll get that little hose put back on there. We'll get it all hooked back up. Okay, now we'll line all this back up. Snap her all back in place. And this also, be real careful with it. Don't force it. If you don't want to go, make sure it's going in the right area. Hey, looking good. That was so simple. What'd that take me? Maybe 10 minutes most? 10-15 minutes to do this job. Okay, now we'll pop all this back in. Yeah, for the guy I was telling you about on the internet, basically the only video about this ignition switch is, I think it's basically an afterthought. He pretty well had the whole job done, and he just liked putting this benzol around it. And he got 40,000 views plus, and basically didn't show you nothing what to do. Didn't show you nothing about taking the switch out. He talked about ashtray and the clips around this thing. It's a very simple job. Just take your time and don't break nothing. Tilt your steering wheel right. Tilt it down where you can snap all this out. Okay, here's the old one. It's got paint and stuff rubbed off up here. That one looks so much better. We'll go put the battery back on. Snap that around. That's your ground one. And it's all good and tight on there now. Yeah, it's a little dusty. I need to clean her off. And this one also runs pretty good. Okay, it's just starting to rain. It's been raining, so I got this done just in time. We're gonna push start. There you go. Whoa! Everything came back on. Kill it. Much better. So the main reason why I did this video is just for information on people needing the information to be able to change this out. It's very simple. Don't take it down to your Cadillac dealer, because they'll probably charge you who knows how much to do that job. I would say you can get this switch on eBay. I believe I gave $40 for it. And it's about I'd say first time I've done it. This is the first time I've done it. But just take your time, $40 switch, 15-20 minutes, you got the job done. So if you enjoyed this video, got information out of it, please click a like, and I appreciate you watching.